Good afternoon, day six of my 30-day vlog challenge. Today's topic will be about space. I was wanting to talk about space and just the unknown, but I mean, the only time I really ever discussed something like that was with my friends. So I just wanted to put a video out there, just kind of nice topic to put out there or discuss, I should say. So space, are we truly alone? I did hear in the past that there was an analogy used that our world is like a speck of sand in the ocean of the universe, right? So it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. And sure, I mean, obviously there's conspiracies about like aliens visiting Earth and all this other stuff. I mean, until like there's some sort of like definite proof, right? I mean, all we can do is make theories, but until there's actual hard proof, like if I look out right now, there's a spaceship or some UFO just flying right by, and it's like, okay, yeah, they're real. I mean, until then, it's kind of like, well, we just assume, but maybe it's just there's nothing like at least nearby, extraterrestrial life forms near us, or I'm sure, you know, if they were nearby, they would have visited us or made them obvious, like, hey, like we're here watching or something like that. But like I said, nothing's happened. So it's just one of those things where people have their opinions on the topic, but it's like you look up in the sky and it's like, is there really? Are we really the only life in the world? Not in the world, in the universe? I highly doubt it. I mean, there's what theories about like alternate universes, where there's worlds like where I'm maybe born in a different country, I have a different career, like that. That's for everyone. It's like, well, that would be crazy considering how many billions and billions of people have passed away over the course of time on this planet. So you know obviously, I mean, we there's pictures of what I in space and everything, but there's no like, hey, this is like a spaceship or spacecraft or anything like that. And with like Elon wanting to go to Mars and everything like that, I'm sure within the century we're gonna go on Mars, or at least off world, right? Just I would say it's a guarantee, just because where technology is advancing, how fast. But yeah, I mean, with the help of AI and robotics, I'm sure we're gonna get to that point. I may be alive, I may be an old man, who knows? But it's gonna be very, very interesting whenever the first was it the first like landing on Mars, kind of like landing on the moon, but our version of landing on the moon, but it's landing on Mars. That's gonna pretty much be a point where everyone in the world is gonna be just watching. Just cancel everything, cancel work, cancel, like this is number one priority for the world right here. Like just witnessing this, all right? And like you got black holes, you got. I mean, there's obviously other planets, all the galaxies and stuff like that. Just like there has to be something out there. Like we cannot be the only higher life forms, right? I just it's too perfect. And obviously, you can bring in religion. But look, obviously we lucked out. We have a planet with all the resources we need, right? We can breathe and everything like that. Like it just worked out. We got lucky, right? But I mean, there has to be other life that it's not even like got lucky. It's just maybe they're not as advanced as us. Maybe they are, and maybe they're just so far away, so many light years away. Like I don't know. Like until like there's proof, there's something out there, right? We're not the only beings in the universe, and what can we do? Then just hypothesize and just assume either we're the only life forms in the world or there's something out there, right? I know there is. Like it just no. you look around, you look at the world, you look at the trees, the sky, like just everything, And always, like I said, with religions, like, what if we were created like by like a higher being? I know like God, but like there's an actual higher being like out there, like he just kind of like not Thanos, but think of like some ruler out there in the universe. And he's just like, yeah, I'll create this planet with these people, all these resources, and see how that goes. And I'll visit back in thousands, tens of thousands of years, something like that, millions of years, to see his creation, his, her, or they creation. And it's like, it's not out of the realm of possibility, right? But that's going out there, possibly going out there, but who knows? I mean, it just like you look back at historical records and stuff like that. I mean, there's obviously, when you go down the rabbit hole, how some like pyramids, some architectural buildings from hundreds of thousands of years ago, they have certain markings, certain things that like, how does this place on one side of the world match similar figures, designs in another part of the world that they would never have met for tens of thousands of years, whatever the case may be. And it's like, kind of like the pyramids, right? Obviously you think pyramids were built. This hypothesis, like, what was it? We just mainly just cut them, but then slaves, hundreds of thousands of slaves, just brought up all the stone up there. I mean, even with like they say like modern technology, it would still be a very tedious, maybe not even possible task. And it's like that's crazy, right? But I mean, who knows? Like, could it not be possible? And just like the pyramids always been like that weird structure, right? The three pyramids, right? I mean, obviously there's temples in other places of the world and stuff like that. Just but the pyramids in Egypt, that's always been like the tourist attraction for the world for like that alone. I know there's like the Aztec temple, but like just the pyramids, just how heavy they were and all this stuff, and it's like crazy. It's like, could there be, been assistance somehow, some way from something, somebody, something in from space? Who knows? That's not out the realm of possibilities. But I mean, like I said, until we have, I mean, for me, until there's like proof, like hard proof, you know, otherwise, not that like 144, you know, picture of like some like alien looking ship or something like that. Come on. Like we have 4K, 8K cameras and all this stuff. Like, come on. Like at this point, we should have like a clear cut fit photo of something like that. Until then, it's like, look, you can say it's just in our minds. I don't know. Like there's a lot of things, but for me, for sure, there's something out there in space. And also, I wonder how many years it might take for us to like explore the universe, right? You have movies, Star Wars, and all this stuff like just ships going out, teleportation, and whatnot. Uh, that could be hundreds of years. I mean, I'm probably gonna be long gone once we achieve a technology like that. But it's just like, man, imagine just traveling to other planets. Like man, there's gonna be like that saying goes like, I was born in the right time. Like for us, like this generation, there's certain generation you can say I was born in the right time. Like that's gonna be one of those like I was born in the right time, or I was born in the wrong time, because like space exploration, that's a new frontier. That's the one and all frontier right there. Like can't get better than that, right? But yeah, for me, for sure, that's my thoughts for space. I don't know what opinions you may have about space, or you may not care. Just for me, it's always something like maybe just human nature. Just like we always want to explore the new horizon, new land. On this in this case, new planets, new. I don't know if we can go to other galaxies until we have like teleportation or anything like jump. Was it jump? jump something, jump, mm, like jumping from one place to another. Let's say teleportation, right? Um, who knows? But if you have any opinions on the topic of space, right? I'll love to hear it. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you have any opinions about that. I mean, it's always fascinating talking about. It's very very interesting because it's one of those things where you could be right, you could be wrong. Who knows? I mean, it's one of those like there's no dumb answer when it comes to space because there's an unimaginable amount of outcomes that can happen once you go out there. So, but thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care.